Hi everyone, I'm the Legal Queen, and today we're talking about something that so many parents need to hear. You might actually be doing better at parenting than you think you are. In my work as a family lawyer, I meet hundreds of parents who are going through some of the hardest moments of their lives. Divorce, separation, custody disputes. And I see all the time firsthand how much guilt and self-doubt parents carry. They sit in my office and ask me, am I ruining my child's life? The truth is, many of those parents are doing far better than they give themselves credit for. So today, I thought it would be good to share 10 signs that you are a better parent than you think. And as we go through these, I'm going to explain why each one matters, not just for your child's well-being, but also how these are often the very same things courts look for when deciding what's in a child's best interests. So let's dive in. Number 1, your kids know they're loved. Love is the cornerstone of parenting, and whilst it sounds obvious, you'd be amazed how many parents in court proceedings will tell me, but of course I love my child, why do I need to say it? It matters because love is not just a feeling. It's something that you show in 1,000 tiny ways every single day. Love can look like sitting with them at the end of the day and asking how school was, even when you are dog tired. It can look like remembering the name of their favourite toy and asking about it. It's staying calm when they tell you something you didn't want to hear, so they learn that honesty is safe. And that's a crucial point. Children knowing they're loved also means they feel safe coming to you with their worries, their mistakes, and sometimes even their secrets. Think about it. A child who feels safe talking to you will tell you when something is wrong at school, when they've broken something, or even when someone has hurt them. That safety is crucial, and it's what protects them long term. Research shows that children who feel emotionally safe with a parent are more likely to disclose problems early, which can prevent bigger issues later on. Imagine 2 children. One falls over in the playground, scrapes their knee and cries. The first parent immediately comforts them, gives them a cuddle, helps them back up. The second parent dismisses them, saying, "Stop crying, you're fine. Don't make a big deal of it," and walk away. Which child is more likely to feel safe coming to their parents the next time? In my work as a practicing family law solicitor, I have seen children cope so much better with the bigger transitions like moving house or coping with a contact schedule when they have the secure emotional base and trust that they can talk to their parents about how they feel. Point number 2, are you providing stability and a routine? Another huge sign that you're doing better than you think you are is that you're providing your children with stability and routine. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to run your home like a military camp. It means that your kids have a sense of what to expect day in, day out, and that gives them a feeling of safety and security. Think about how unpredictable the world can feel for a child. School changes, friendship shifts, sometimes parents separate or move houses. If your child knows that bedtime is roughly the same each night, that there's a dinner at around the same time, that there are clear expectations about homework or screen time, you are giving them something priceless, a sense of predictability. Children thrive on routine. I've seen it time and time again because it lowers their anxiety. Routine gives children a framework to understand their world and to trust that the important adults in their life are in control. So here's a quick example. Imagine a child whose parents are separating. Parent A keeps as much of the child's day-to-day life the same as possible. Same school, same bedtime, same favourite breakfast cereal waiting in the cupboard. But parent B has a more chaotic approach. They forget school events, meals happen whenever, and bedtime is anyone's guess. Over time, parent A's home will feel calmer and safer to the child, not because of fancy toys or fun outings or more money, but because they know what to expect. And from a legal perspective, judges actually take this into account. When judges are deciding residence or contact arrangements, the court will often look at which parent can offer the most stable, consistent environment. because that's what children need to thrive. It's that simple. So if you're showing up every day, keeping things consistent and helping your child know what to expect, you're doing a fantastic job. Next point I want to talk about, do you set healthy boundaries? Setting boundaries is one of those things parents often second guess themselves about. Many think, well, if I say no, am I being too strict? But boundaries are not about being controlling. They're about creating a safe, structured environment where your child knows what is expected and what the limits are. That's so important. Boundaries can include rules around bedtime, homework, screen time, respectful language, or following through on promises and consequences. When it's consistent, these boundaries help children feel secure. Without them, kids start to feel anxious because they never know what's going to happen next. For instance, imagine a 10-year-old who asks to stay up until midnight playing video games. A parent who says, no, it's bedtime, and we'll discuss a plan for tomorrow, is setting a clear, healthy boundary. Over time, the child will learn the limits of acceptable behaviour and starts to self-regulate, understanding that rules exist because they care about them. From my legal perspective, boundaries also demonstrate to the courts that a parent is capable of providing good enough parenting, balancing warmth with structure. Children thrive when they experience both affection and guidance, not just one or the other. Healthy boundaries also teach lifelong skills. Kids learn to manage frustration, negotiate compromises, and more importantly, respect others' limits. So when you are consistent with rules, fair in enforcing them, and calm when you say no, you are equipping your child with essential life skills and showing them what safe, predictable parenting looks like. Next point, do you model emotional regulation? Modeling emotional regulation is such a powerful indicator that you are a great parent. And what do I mean by this? Well, this means showing your child how to manage big feelings, remaining calm under stress, and repair when mistakes happen. Let's say a parent loses their temper briefly during a heated discussion. If they then apologise to the child and explain how they will handle it differently next time, they're demonstrating what psychologists call rupture and repair. This teaches the child that it's normal to feel strong emotions, but what matters is how you handle them responsibly. Or let's take another example. A child might be upset about a friend conflict. A parent who listens calmly and acknowledges the emotions of that child and then helps the child to problem solve is actually demonstrating self-control and empathy. Over time, children will learn these skills and develop resilience as well as the ability to cope with stress and setbacks in life. As a family lawyer, I have seen many times firsthand how important emotional regulation is. Children who have parents that model calm, reasoned responses often do far better in legal proceedings because they feel safer and more confident to express themselves. They're less likely to act or withhold information that could be vital in custody or welfare assessments. Remember, this doesn't mean you have to be perfect. Showing your child that even adults struggle but can repair and reflect is exactly what builds trust and teaches lifelong skills. So next point, are you encouraging healthy relationships? Encouraging healthy relationships is another key sign that you're a better parent than you might think. This doesn't just mean friendships, it also includes relationships with extended family, teachers, coaches, or even the other parent if you're co-parenting. A child will benefit enormously when they see adults around them showing respect and kindness. Imagine a 7-year-old who feels anxious about visiting the other parent because of past disagreements. A parent who collaborates with the other parent to make the visit smooth demonstrates to the child that it's safe to maintain a positive relationship even during conflict. As a family lawyer, I often observe that courts consider which parent supports ongoing, safe connections with both sides of the family. Judges appreciate this. They appreciate the parents who prioritise the child's emotional well-being over personal disagreements. But let's be honest, that's difficult to do. It's really hard to take the emotion out of it when you're dealing with your ex. I get that. Practical ways to encourage healthy relationships include promoting extracurricular activities, helping your child maintain friendships, attending school events, and modelling respectful communication with others, particularly your ex. Children learn social skills through observation, so your own interactions are teaching them how to navigate relationships in a really healthy way. When your child experiences these positive interactions regularly, they feel more secure and develop confidence in handling their own social challenges. I mean, look, simply put, encouraging healthy relationships is a cornerstone of raising resilient, emotionally intelligent kids. Okay, next point. Do you celebrate effort, not just results? Celebrating effort over results is a subtle but powerful way to show good parenting. Many parents worry about their child achieving perfection, but the truth is that focusing solely on outcomes can create anxiety and stress in children. Recognising the effort instead helps them build resilience, persistence, and a healthy self-image. Let's use an example. Let's say a child brings home a painting they've been working on for hours. Praising the effort, such as, "I can see how much time you spent on this and how hard you worked," instead of only saying, "That's beautiful," emphasises dedication and personal growth rather than the final product. Research supports this approach. Children praised for effort are more likely to embrace challenges and persistence through their setbacks. From my perspective as a family lawyer, parents who encourage effort help their children manage setbacks far more effectively, which can influence behaviour in both school and home environments. For example, a child facing academic or social challenges is more likely to approach problems with confidence and seek help if they know their hard work is acknowledged and valued. Ultimately, by celebrating effort and dedication, you teach your children that they are capable and resilient. This shapes their approach to life, challenges, and more importantly, their sense of self-worth, a hallmark of excellent parenting. Next point I want to talk about is, do you seek help when you need it? One of the most important signs of good parenting is recognizing when you need support and actually seeking it. Asking for help isn't a weakness, it's a proactive step to ensure your child's well-being. This could involve reaching out to teachers about academic challenges, consulting a child psychologist for emotional support, or even seeking legal guidance when navigating co-parenting or family court matters. Proactively addressing problems can prevent them from escalating and shows your child that it's okay to seek guidance when needed. Imagine a teenager who is showing signs of anxiety and skipping school. A parent who quickly seeks help from school staff or a counsellor or a GP is addressing the issue before it becomes more serious. The child sees that their parent is taking steps to protect and, more importantly, support them, which can build trust and security. Again, from my experience in working in family law, proactive parents who seek help early are often better able to maintain stability and protect their child's interests. Courts will also view parents positively when they make responsible steps to manage challenges effectively. Remember, seeking help models resilience and problem-solving skills to your child. It shows them that even adults need guidance sometimes and that there's strength in asking for support rather than trying to manage everything on your own. Okay, so the next point, do you adapt and learn? Parenting is a consistently evolving journey, and one of the clearest signs you're doing well is your willingness to adapt and learn. Children grow and change rapidly, and strategies that worked when they were toddlers often won't work as they reach their pre-teens or teens. Being open to feedback, observing what works, and trying new approaches demonstrates flexibility and commitment. For example, a parent who used to insist on strict schedules for homework may notice their child becoming anxious or resistant. By adjusting the approach, perhaps introducing small breaks, incentives, or a more collaborative planning method, the parent is showing adaptability and sensitivity to their child's needs. As a family lawyer, I often see cases where the parent who adapts effectively tends to have better outcomes for their children. Adaptable parents are better able to navigate changes in school, co-parenting arrangements, social dynamics, and children respond positively to this flexibility. Learning as a parent also models a lifelong growth for children. When they see that it's okay to make mistakes, reflect, and improve, they internalise a healthy approach to challenges themselves. Adaptable parenting is less about being perfect and more about being responsive. And that responsiveness is what helps children feel understood, safe, and supported. So, you're still worried about being a good parent? This may seem counterintuitive, but one of the biggest signs that you're a great parent is that you're still worrying about whether you're doing a good job. The very fact that you care enough to reflect on your parenting shows that your child is at the centre of your thoughts and actions. Many parents, in my experience, express constant concern about their children's emotional well-being, academic success, and social development. This worry is completely normal and often indicates a high level of engagement and investment in your child's life. Think about it. The parents who are truly neglectful or disengaged are not usually the ones lying awake at night wondering if they're making the right decisions. Concerned parents are actively seeking ways to improve, learn, and provide the best environment possible for their child. Even legal professionals like myself notice this when assessing parental capability. Parents who show self-reflection, willingness to learn, and concern for their child's welfare are often viewed as highly engaged and capable in family court proceedings. So if you find yourself questioning your choices or worrying about whether you're doing enough, take that as a positive sign. It's a mark of dedication, self-awareness, and deep love for your child. That mindfulness is precisely what fosters a supportive, nurturing environment where children can thrive. So there you have it. 10 signs you're doing better than you think as a parent. Parenting is a complex and challenging journey. I know that. I've got 4 of my own. But if you recognised yourself in even a few of these points, that's proof that you're showing up, learning, and providing what your children need most. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about being responsive. And above all else, it's about caring. Your kids will notice the love, stability, communication, and support that you give them every day, even when it doesn't feel like it. Guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with other parents who might need some reassurance. And if you're navigating a family court matter that is particularly tricky, feel free to drop me an email. I'll pop that on the screen now, or even give the office a call. It might be that you want to engage one of us here for some one-on-one help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for more advice and insights from me, the Legal Queen.